Everyone, it's Alexis Cardoza.
What's up, everybody? It's the Wild Rhino Clark Connors from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I am here getting wild, drinking an 805.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Rip F and Bison. I ran out of booze.
Join us because we're drinking at Moe's. I am the fire starter, the Carney Killer. I am born to die, Jake Christ.
This is Bobby Olson. We're drinking at Moe's. You better hit like and subscribe.
All right, everybody. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin' at Moe's be a brand ambassador. They encourage everybody to break out of that comfort zone, live their best self, which, hey, that's what got me starting the podcast. But they got great clothing, great apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, hats, all that good stuff. Be sure, link will be in the description, and use the code Drinkin' at Moe's to get 10% off your order. Let's fucking go.
All right, everybody. Welcome, Drinkin' at Moe's. Big Mo here, as always. YouTube, like, subscribe, share all the good stuff because it helps with the pain in the ass algorithm they got over there. We're most places you can find your podcast. Today, I'm excited to have with me Kristian Ross. How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, my guy? What's going on, my dude?
Oh, I'm not a whole lot. I've had a pretty busy week recording. I've really only had one day off where I didn't have at least one.
Jeez, you're keeping busy, bro. You know, that's what the business is about, bro. Keeping busy and, keeping at it.
Oh,
but it
yeah.
gets tired as fuck, so I understand.
Oh.
I don't know if curse is allowed or not. Please.
I curse is good. I think YouTube's getting a little relaxed with it now, and shit, I wasn't getting monetized yet anyway, so whatever. But yeah, no, I've had, I've been becoming pretty good friends with the people at Warrior Wrestling in Chicago. So I tend to do whenever they got a show coming up, have the promoter on, and we run down the card, do kind of a preview show.
That's dope. That's dope. That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Yeah. Got a pretty dope roster over there too, as well.
Oh yeah, nothing. They got one coming up a week from tonight where I believe Casey Navarro going up against Matt Cardona. They got Warhorse against Takeshita. So
I think Casey's champ over there, right?
Oh yeah. He is.
That'll be him and Cardona part 2 too, as well.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was pretty sure they'd faced off before.
Faced off one match before, yeah. I'm pretty cool with I'm pretty cool with them, but we know each other. Me and KC had the same trainer, which was Preacher. So
okay.
Yeah. So early on in my career, he would come through and wrestle some of the guys like Dylan McKay, who also trained with me as well, too, like that. So yeah. Okay. And then plus I've seen him on a bunch of shows that I'm on and vice versa and stuff like that.
Oh
so,
yeah. No, awesome.
Same thing with Cardona. I'll actually be on a show with him next week in Philly, so that'll be pretty cool as well.
Hey, that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
First question I like to start off with everybody with, mostly first timers, because there's no real reason to ask you the second time. What got you started as a fan, and then what got you started, when you finally decided to make the leap into the business?
I've been a fan, I guess. Well, my family's really been a fan before me. They were taking me to the shows and WWE shows, since I was like a baby, like a little kid when we would come here with Spectrum back then. I was a little baby. But, as I got older, we're collecting the figures and all the cool. We would watch the pay-per-views and shit. So, like, I've been a huge fan growing up. And as we got older, we did, like, backyard wrestling and shit, And a few of my boys went on the train and stuff like that. One of them's actually in WWE now, Gacy. But we all knew each other for a minute, you know, and some of the cliques started earlier, some started later. So I knew I wanted to do it. It was just a matter of when. And when me and Bradley met Tremont, it seemed like the right spot to do it, you know. Always good dude, you know, good spirits, and he's done everything in the business. So why not be under the tutelage of somebody like that, you know?
Oh yeah, no, you consider, I mean, especially deathmatch wrestling. People talk about like Mount Rushmores of this or that. Matt Tremont's on there for death matches, for sure.
Oh yeah, he's on a lot of people's lists for sure, and he's definitely one of the top American deathmatch wrestlers in the world.
Most definitely.
Into deathmatch wrestling, and you know, wanting to get in that genre and create that art. Definitely being under Matt was huge for that, for sure.
Oh, I can only imagine. I know I was supposed to actually have him on the podcast, but with, you know, the schedule he keeps and, you know, having to run H2O and all that, it kind of got pushed back a bit.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe we'll get him on here.
He's a good guy. Definitely will get a good interview out of him. He has tons and tons of stories. I mean, you could sit with the guy for hours.
I imagine. I mean, I've had some pretty big names from, you know, not just death matches, but especially death matches in like Alex Colon. I had him on like a while back, and something cool that I remember with him was he was telling me after we got done recording that he was attempting to invest in some new kick pads. So he was like wanting to sell them off, the old ones. So I got ring worn signed kick pads in my basement ready to get displayed.
As well too, Alex. I knew Alex growing up too. You know, we were all kind of like friends with like the same clique. You know, him, Joe, LJ Cruz, and like them guys, you know. So like I've knew them guys for now like 13 years now.
Boy.
Yeah.
And another one that I was particularly excited about, Madman Pondo.
Oh yeah. Pondo's an awesome dude too. Like when he's in the locker room, he's just so chill, and he's himself too. He's himself, which makes it better, you know. And Pondo's done everything too. The other guy's been all around the world, everything. You know.
Oh yeah, no, that one was a fun one. He definitely had some entertaining stories and definitely a bit of a character, but hey, I love it.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, you kind of mentioned going back to Tremont about training with him, and I believe it was there at H2O. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
Training with Tremont, and it was there at H2O, wasn't it? Hardcore Hustle.
Yeah. I trained there, H2O. Matt was the owner and head trainer, and then we also had a preacher, Phineas James, who came from the CZW, come over and help out. So that was big to have because he had a lot of them talent that, you know, were making a name for themselves out of CZW that, you know, who was pretty much number one school when I was, you know, coming up. So it was awesome having like two guys like that around.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I was wondering what it was like to be trained by, you know, I mean, obviously Tremont, you know, there, because, you know, everybody has their stories of getting trained and what their trainer's kind of style was with teaching everybody. What was it like with the Tremont? How was he with getting
down? He's gonna make sure you know how to fucking bunk. He's gonna make sure you hit them fucking ropes. He's gonna make sure your strikes are fucking on point. He's gonna make sure all your meat and potatoes, all your basic shit, you're gonna do it redundant. You're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna bust your ass doing it, but it only makes you better the more reps you get at it. You know?
No, he definitely comes across like a guy that would have that no nonsense,
Exactly.
get back to basic style of it to make sure
Exactly.
you get all that down right.
You don't know that shit and you don't perfect that shit, none of that other shit fucking matters because your shit's gonna look like slop. So by having him there teaching us the right way, the way he learned it, was definitely huge for sure.
Oh, I can imagine. Is you hear stories of those people that it's like they're kind of hands off when it comes to training.
Yeah,
And knowing Matt Tremont definitely comes across as a guy that definitely was not hands off.
exactly. You'll know by going through Matt's class whether this is for you or for not. Pretty much, long story short.
Oh, I can imagine. Correct me if I'm wrong. He is kind of stepping away from the active training part. At least that's the way it was looking on Facebook there.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna have a huge announcement tomorrow night. He had that brutal 700 light 2 match.
Oh yeah, I
Hospital
saw that.
almost damn near a week. So his future, but before even that match though, to answer your question, yeah, he closed down the school, but he's still running, the H2O organization.
Oh yeah, H2O is still around.
That's still around. That's not going nowhere. But as far as like training and like the student wise and all the kids that've been there or who was there, they all graduated from there now. Even like the newer kids, like the Brian Nails and the Duncan Aleem kids, they're like the Rocket kids. They're like the last bunch.
Yeah.
Me, Bradley, like Marcus Dillon, like we were Austin Luke. We were kind of the first bunch that that graduated and got out in the world and started doing our thing. And then the last bunch just ended in I guess Matt just wanted to end his school there, and focus fully on H2O and his career and then his outside bookings as well, because it's a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Keeping up,
Yeah.
With tuitions on time and kids coming in and out and
Oh
waiver
yeah.
and this and that. So you parents, it's like teacher, literally, so I can understand that point of it, not even knowing the full story, but just from me, just peeking on the outside looking in was like, oh yeah, I get it. I don't blame you, buddy.
Oh no, I can
whatever
totally understand, running the promotion, running your own bookings, and then having the school on top of that, that's a ton to deal with. So, getting one of those off the plate, I can see kind of alleviating it a little bit.
Exactly.
Now,
he likes done the right way. So he don't like to have, he'll have guest trainers come in, and do seminars, things of that nature. But, he likes to be hands-on. So I definitely feel him with so much on his plate that was probably a good decision to make right now. So he can focus on more.
Oh no, I totally agree. And, we talked a little bit about Bradley. I actually had him on the podcast. Like, good Lord, I'm trying to remember when I released his episode. It was a few months ago, but that was a good episode. And, you have actually not only teamed up with him and won tag titles with him, you've also faced off with him a handful of times.
Yeah, we still have a few left in us too, because we're still in that best of series in ICW that you guys are going to see really soon. But yeah, I mean, we grew up together, like outside of business, like growing up South Philly together. So we always been cool. And then we went to Tremonts together. We trained together. So it was kind of like, bread and butter when we became a tag team, It only made sense. We knew each other. We knew each other's style. We knew each other's chemistry. We drive together, so it made sense totally. And the funny thing, here's the funny thing. My first outside booking was probably like 6 months into business, was against him. 5 years later, and I'm still fighting him. And the funny said something to us when we did our first outside booking, because he was on the card that night as well. He was like, you guys are going to do this match all over the fucking world. And like, it's crazy because like 5 years later, we're still doing it all over the world. So it's like something that like, that's pretty cool.
Oh, no, most definitely. And I mean, oops, my phone started to slip there. There we go. We got it set up. Anyways, going back to some of the matches going up against him, correct me if I'm wrong, but here soon, you guys are actually facing off part of a match. Believe it might be tomorrow as of recording this, but it's you two and against another person I'm trying to kind of coordinate with, Jess Moss, and I'm forgetting, but it's a four-way match.
Fatal four-way match. It's interesting because we faced off against Declan and Jess Moss many times, but now it's a fatal four-way match. I won't know until tomorrow if it's elimination. That'll make it really interesting.
I doubt it would.
Whether it's one fall to the finish, that'll make it really interesting as well, because naturally I'm a fighter and I want to win. You know, I get paid to fight, I get paid that I want to win my match, you know.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be really interesting going into that tomorrow. It's a death match too. So
oh yeah.
A lot of fuckery going around, as Larry would say. Yeah, we're gonna go out there and it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger.
I'm looking forward to it for sure. And talking a lot about the deathmatch wrestling, I think a lot of people who don't really understand deathmatch wrestling, I mean, even maybe some that do, might ask this question: why?
Why do it, or
yeah,
why?
Yeah, why do it? Because people see deathmatch wrestling and some of the carnage that comes with it, and might wonder, why would somebody volunteer for that?
It's something that me as a fan grew up around. Like my buddy, when he took me to my first show, it was at the arena and BZW show, and I seen nothing but fuckery, cool dudes doing flips, fucking shoot promos, and this shit is fucking awesome. And I'm fucking row 3. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. When did this shit exist? Like, and then you gravitate towards it, and then some of your favorites are doing the death matches, and then innovate it, and it becomes like an art, and like it's something that just makes you just gravitate on and want to do it too, yeah, it's a big adrenaline rush. It's not for everybody. I'll say that for sure. Definitely not for no pussy going into this shit at all. But it's real. That's what I like. And fans there, they know this fucking shit's real. This guy's really fucking bleeding. This guy's really taking this shit. And I'm an intense wrestler. One of my favorite wrestlers, fucking Brock Lesnar. He's a fucking intense wrestler. So I grew up watching a guy like that who likes to keep a fucking shoot fight. Deathmatch wrestling's fucking right up my alley. So yeah. That is the reason.
Oh yeah, no, and I've always been a fan of it. I remember, funny thing, when my wife and I had to live with my mother-in-law for a while, I was watching, I believe it was GCW, but they were having a death match there, and my mother-in-law came in, sat down, and started watching. She's like, "Isn't this illegal?" And I'm like, "Nah."
Everybody, would either think you're crazy or nuts for watching this shit. But you get in the action and you see the fans and how everybody's interacting. And
yeah. And I mean, I've been a part of, getting to watch some shows with death matches. I know one
death matches coming up in the future.
Can you repeat that again? I don't know.
Are you going at shows in the future coming up that you know about, at least?
Man, ones that I'm going to, I mean, I found out about one kind of late that's actually happening tonight, but I was like, it's one ran by the Carver, his promotion, that they run mostly out in Iowa, but they've been coming to Omaha, where I live now. But I do enjoy their shows, so maybe one of the next times they come back to Omaha. But my first ever show with a death match, and it was actually for Sammy Callahan's promotion, Wrestling Revolver.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Jake Chris versus Joel Bateman.
Oh yeah, I actually was just talking to Joel too. Me and him just had a conversation. I was like, Joel, when you come back to the States, and I see he's coming back and all this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Joel's a cool dude, man. Joel's somebody I definitely want to get in the ring with soon for sure. Like when he's back, or one of these nights back or whatnot. He's a cool dude to watch live. Glad you caught that match. Jake's a cool dude to watch live.
Yeah. I've actually had Jake on. It was shortly after the video came out of him burning the IWA Mid-South belt.
It was a great promo too, wasn't it?
Oh God, yeah. We talked a lot about that. But I remember the match at that show was crazy because the match before it was a Monsters Ball match with like, I want to say 4, maybe 6 people. And they were getting ready to clean up some of this shit because there was like thumbtacks and all sorts of other fuckery all around the ring.
Yeah.
Jake comes rolling in. It's like, fuck that, leave it, let's go.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Oh man, and the ending of it, I often ask you a question towards the end of the show about the craziest in-match moment. That was the ending of that match. Craziest in-match moment I've ever seen.
Oh man, dude, that's insane.
Oh man, 4 folding chairs, and then they bridged 2 panes of glass on it, and then I see Bobby Olson coming in, and I see him pull out something from his pocket, and lighter fluid, and I'm like, oh God, no!
It can't get any worse, right?
And they light the glass on fire. And then Jake and Joel go through the glass, and I'm like, my jaw is on the floor.
Fucking crazy bastards, man.
Oh, God. I actually talked with both of them after the match, and I'm like, dude, that was the absolute craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, that is an insane spot. That's fucking insane.
Oh, God. The fact that they were both walking around and in relatively good spirits after that, I'm like, God damn, how'd he do that?
That's fucking insane.
Oh God.
Yeah, to even be walking around, your adrenaline's still up for a little bit after the matches. It's when the adrenaline wears down. You feel everything.
Oh yeah. No, oh God. So many memories of that match, and oh boy, the promotion that is running the show here in town tonight, I've actually been to a show of theirs.
Okay.
Craziest damn stuff because there's no ring.
No shit.
I remember somebody getting hit in the head with a light tube, and the metal part at the end flew off and hit me in the foot.
Oh shit.
And then they have a thing where if you buy the VIP ticket to the show, you get entered into this raffle, and I'm not thinking I'm going to win. I'm like, I don't win anything.
Yeah, you're.
And then Carver walks over and hands me a section of a door that was broken in a match, signed by everybody that was on the show. And I didn't realize this, but the first time my wife saw it, she was like, is that blood? I looked over, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that is.
That's blood. That's awesome though that you wanted shit though, man. That's cool, man. It makes the moment better, man.
Oh yeah. And it was just
dope, man. It's cool to see. There's fans that come to the shows, right? That do raffles down shows that I'm on. I'm 6'3", so I'll see them around intermission. They'll be like, "Hey, man, can you do my raffle tickets? Because it's like, it goes as tall as the person." I'm like, yeah, I got you. I did it for a guy last night's show, and he actually won off that. So yeah,
no kidding.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that show. I wasn't thinking I was gonna win because, like I said, I don't really win stuff that much.
I feel you on that. I feel like that's kind of like my luck too, And I'm a casino person, but when I'm up, I fucking leave because I know my luck ain't but so good.
Oh, good Lord. I wish I had the luck that my wife has, because we're big into country music. We've gone to a whole bunch of country concerts, and two of the past ones that we went to, she won contests on the radio for meet and greets.
Oh shit!
And actually, we went to one at the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium, and she's like uber fan of this guy, and actually won VIP meet and greet passes on to before the show. And I'm like, God damn, I wish I had the luck you do.
Yeah, right. That's fucking cool though, man.
Oh yeah.
You win shit like that, you know. I don't have that kind of luck, so I feel like I like that, man.
Oh, I normally don't either. Now, one promotion that I wanted to bring up because they're also known for some pretty crazy shit.
Who's that?
ICW No Holds Barred.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it. Give me a sec. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I remember when I first had the SAT on, they were mentioning going to be on one of their shows, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna watch, and I'm like, holy shit! Like the ones in the chains where they like the ropes are just chains and shit. And I'm like, God damn.
It's different over there, man. It's different. What Danny's doing is special, man. ICW, I don't know, is fucking a different animal. It's a different ball game. It's fucking special over there, dude. The environment, from the setup to the fucking fans, to Danny getting everybody hyped up in the beginning, the guys in the locker room, everybody's a fucking badass back there. Everybody's gonna go out, put on 110%. That shit right there, ICW, dude, they put on every fucking show and they go hard every fucking time. So it's a different. It's a fun ball game there.
Oh, most definitely. Like my other favorite shows of theirs are those. I'm trying to remember if the ones with the
Pit Fighter,
the Pit Fighter one.
Pit Fighter, they're interesting. They're interesting. The Pit Fighter one, they're very interesting. But you never know the setup. Sometimes it might be a cage. Sometimes it might be, you don't know what you're getting into a Pit Fighter. So I like it. It's a different element. And you got prepared. You know, there's no ropes in none of this shit.
Nope.
You got to just go out there and you and your opponent, and you guys are just gonna fucking fight. And it's a bunch of fuckery around. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I think all the ones that I've seen were cage ones, but still watching that shit, I'm like, God damn, this is like the definition of intense right here.
Mm-hmm. They're fun shows live too, babe. You can catch one in the future. Babe.
Most definitely.
They're pretty fucking intense, man.
Oh God, yeah. I would sure love to be in the crowd for one of those because they just there's something about the crowd at those Pit Fighter shows. I'm like, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere there, man. And it's louder there than what you hear on like IWTV. So it's intense. It's intense.
Oh, I can imagine. Now, I like to ask this a lot about, you know, people talk about having bucket lists of, you know, I've had wrestlers coming up on and talking about, you know, bucket lists of people they'd like to face, places they'd like to go. What were you have some places or some people that might be on one of those for you if you have it?
Well, I've been getting a lot of interest from a lot of different companies. One you're going to see announced really soon, and then everybody's bucket list I think is different. Mine either in the peer, whether it's tag team matches or death match wrestling. Everybody wants to see me and Bradley versus Mance and Matt Justice. They think we're going to have guys are going to go out there. We're going to fucking kill each other. And, you know, the place to do it's two places pretty much in mind right now. It would be H2O or GCW. When that happens, I think everybody's going to get a treat. And I think that's going to be worth everybody's money as well.
You know what? I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that one before I asked that question, but yeah, I can definitely see it because I've actually got to see Mance and well, 3 of the second gear crew guys again at Wrestling Revolver, and most of them end up responding when I tweet this out kind of jokingly, but I say that second gear crew matches need to be sponsored by like Home Depot or something with all the shit that goes flying around.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding. That's fucking hilarious. And I'm really cool with banders too. And we've actually talked about Wrestling Revolver before, especially he's up in the Jersey area. He talks about, take a ride down there, come work one of them shows. So I definitely have to. And I think Wrestling Revolvers, it's always like a loaded, nice card. That's a card that I'm definitely interested in the future too, as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Something I'm definitely going to look forward to,
I've been lucky enough to have a handful of people on the podcast that have stepped through those doors. I've had the ring announcer on before, and I know they kind of flip-flop between, for the most part, Des Moines and Ohio. But yeah, from the handful that I've been there for Revolver, it's like a damn party the whole show.
Yeah, that's what you want, though. You want that party, rock star atmosphere. You want to feel like you're at a fucking concert and this fucking shit going on. Like that's what I love. I like a energetic crowd that's fucking into the show. Like that's
I can definitely agree because you don't want to be in front of one of those crowds that's just like, nah.
Yeah, they're just
dead.
They're there, but they're there.
Yeah, they're there, but they're not there.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yeah, you want those as like they're on their feet the whole fucking show and just making noise.
100%. It gets you more into the match,
Oh, totally. Now, I have 2 categories that I kind of round stuff off with the show with. One's a bit of a name game where I try to theme it towards the guests, people that you've shared a locker room with, if not shared the ring with in one way or another, and you give me your quick thoughts on the person. So, first one on this list, one of your trainers, Matt Tremont.
And so what exactly is the question?
Just quick thoughts on the person.
Oh, Tremont. Tremont's great dude, great knowledge. He's a super cool person. Come up and talk to him. Like he's like really cool, by the way. Really nice guy. And when he goes out to the ring, he just flips on a different switch. Like it's like no other. I don't know if the theme song getting him pumped up or what. And
I can imagine.
He's one of the best deathmatch wrestlers of all time. One of the best promos guys of all time. He's done everything you can do in the business. He's won multiple tournaments. He's a friend of mine, a teacher of mine, a guy I still look up to. A guy that's helped me get places in the business. A guy who, if he can give his right hand, he always tries to give his right hand to you. And he's just one of the good guys left in the business. One of the real ones.
Most definitely. And you bring up a good thought that I was just having with, when that camera flips on, that red light's going, and that music hits, there's like, boom, that switch flips up. Very much reminiscent of what I see with Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Like that first notes of that music hits, and then he comes through, and it's just like a goddamn mosh pit.
You don't even have to be in the ring with Gage. You could be in the locker room, and that'll get you hype hearing that. So, like, the energy from, him and Tremont, man, from their entrances alone, how can that not get you pumped up for a show?
Man.
Like, hard watching it. Like, you just automatically, you automatically get hype and excited for that fucking shit, man. So, man. For sure.
Most definitely. Watching the both of them, really. Watching, how the crowd reacts right when they step out and that music's going. I know for me, for sure, that I'm like, God damn it, I want to be there. I want to be a part of that.
Get there, brother. Get there.
Oh, most definitely. Gonna definitely be doing my best to try to do that. Next two guys on the list have actually been former guests of mine. First of the two, the current reigning defending CZW Tournament of Death champion, Bobby Beverly, the Bev.
The Bev. The Bev is one of the first guys in the business that actually elevated my career. By wrestling him and Eric Ryan when we had the tag belts. By losing that match, it helped us tremendously because when we won it back from them, it gave us such a big pop and big momentum. And I can't thank Bev outside of the ring for how much he's helped my career. Even in other locker rooms, when I see him on different shows, so he's super respectful and shit, and always good advice and shit. And he's helped my career more than he knows. So Bev's one of the good ones, and Bev fucking tears his fucking shit up. Bev needs to be everywhere. He needs to be everywhere.
Oh, most definitely.
Right now.
Next guy, the second one that I mentioned was a former guest, the Bloodbath Behemoth, Tank.
Oh man, Tank's such a good guy, man. Like outside of the ring, he's like such a cool, laid back fucking guy. Now, here's a moment for you. I'm gonna tell you. ICW in Chattanooga. I'm sitting in the Vortex show, and fucking you hear Tank's music in Tank's hometown. I've heard Tremont's music all the time in his hometown, but then I heard Tank's in his hometown. I'm like, God damn, he's like a fucking god down here. That alone, his entrance, his fucking guy doing his fucking announcement for him, like. I sat back and I'm literally was like, I'm gonna take this in. I literally just took it in. I literally watched the whole crowd, and it got me fucking so juiced up that I was so fucking ready to fucking go. And that right there is why I love pro wrestling, for fucking shit like that. I'm sitting in a ring, come now, crowd's on fire. You're in his hometown, and like you guys are fucking going at it for the first time, and it's gonna be a fucking bloodbath. Like, let's fucking go. Like that's I fucking love right there. Thanks to fucking man too, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I loved having him on. I've actually had.
He put me over heavy in the ring after the match. I mean, it's moments like that you don't even know that are coming, and coming from them guys, it means a fucking lot. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine. I've actually had his manager, the Reverend, on too. Oh man, that was a great show. I loved having.
Love the Revs.
Oh man, that was a good one. But yeah, I remember. I'm trying to. Revolver has done this, and I've actually had it at when my podcast got invited to Warrior Wrestling stop in St. Louis a little over a year ago, where I had some matches there that got me hyped up pretty good. I think he's going now back by his original WWE name, Bronson Reed up against Jeff Cobb that night.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God. I was sitting close enough that you can imagine that's enough of a damn hoss fight when those two dudes chopped each other.
Yeah,
they chopped each other so hard you can literally see individual beads of sweat just flying off, and I'm like, literally. God damn, this is fucking awesome.
I have a story for you that you mentioned Bronson Reed. So when Bronson first got released from NXT's WWE contract, a buddy promoter of mine, Sean Henderson, hit me up and was like, "Hey man, would you be interested in working Bronson Reed? If I can get him, if I get in contact with him and get him booked, I want to bring him in. I think you guys have a banger fucking match." That thing that to me got me like so juiced up because I was watching Bronson Reed fucking kill it. So I'm like, yeah, for sure. The match never happened, but it up, dude. Like it got me thinking of like shit that we could fucking do, and he's a fucking killer athlete, dude. I'm happy he's back and paid, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember there were some people that were kind of lackluster with his return, but I'm like, knowing that, like, I met the guy and I actually did a short episode with him for the podcast.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh my God, yes.
100%. Yeah, like I got a WWE guy. I'm like, shit, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Fuck
Now, the other big name show in town, AEW, has actually had this person, although maybe not as much as some people might like, but Sonny Kiss.
No shit. Sunny Kiss. I actually got to work Sunny Kiss. We actually did a main event at the Intergener Bonanza show. It was me, Bradley, and Marcus Matters. We took on Stan Styles, Marcus Matters' dad, Mark Angel, and Sonny Kiss, who was in for the night. Great talent, great athlete, charisma out this world. It was a fun match, you know. The crowd was really into it. It was so many different styles of wrestling going on. It was just a fun match for that show. That crowd into like the funny and the goofy shit. I think we did a slow motion spot with a shake weight. It got crazy.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
It's a fun match to go back and watch. And it was cool. Sonny Kiss was awesome. This is during Sonny Kiss and I believe Janela was tag teaming on AEW around this time.
Oh
so
yeah,
it was cool. It was cool as fuck. Super cool.
That's awesome. Now I have a little bit of a random question category. Some might be wrestling related, some might not be. You answer how you see fit when you hear the question.
Let's go.
First one, I kind of mentioned that I like to ask this one. Craziest in-match moment for you?
Ooh. Well, I'm definitely going to say this. When you see fucking Slack just pick up a fucking shopping cart and you're standing, literally you know how heavy them motherfuckers are. It's Slack. I got nowhere to go. I'm on the outside of 8. I got nowhere to fucking go. He picked the shopping cart above his fucking head and launched that. Bro, I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm down on the ground. I look up. He's fucking chewing on a light.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I sound excited, scared, or I want to whip this fucking guy's ass right now, but let's fucking go.
Man, I don't know what it was, but when all you really had to do was mention Schlack, and I'm like, oh God, I'm in for a good story here.
So listen, the first time I'm ever in a fucking match with this guy, right? Within the first 3 minutes of the match, he fucking pulls a pick out and starts fucking stabbing the referee. The first 3 minutes of the match. They bring a second referee out. He starts fucking stabbing the second referee. We're tearing Tremont's building apart, throwing all the fucking chairs. Chairs is flying in the bathroom, hitting this fucking ceiling. Tremont had to fucking come out and stop the match. He's like, run it back, not here. Do that fucking shit at the showboat. But yeah,
God.
It was awesome time. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun working him and Dan O'Hare. Him and Slack in general. I mean, if you talk about a guy who don't get you fucking juiced up for a match, I'll wrestle Slack any day of the week. And there's people that won't wrestle him. I will wrestle him any day of the week because he's fun to wrestle. I like being in the ring with guys like that. Guys who are fucking straight shooters, killers. They're gonna go out there. You don't know what the fuck's coming, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna fucking do it. And it's crazy. Like.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that is awesome.
Slack right now is the best deathmatch wrestler in the world right now. Hands down. I think he's the face of deathmatch wrestling today. That's my honest opinion.
No, you know what?
It would be wrestler. I would draw a picture of Slack.
You know what? It would be hard to argue against that for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
For sure.
Next question. Favorite thing outside of wrestling, like a hobby, whatever it might be.
Bro, me and my boys are on Call of Duty Warzone, bro. We're taking down squads, dude. We're on the hits, bro. We're ganging up. So Call of Duty Warzone, I don't know if you're familiar or not with it. It's like 150 players, but it's teams of 4. So now we're on the headset and we're plotting on teams, bro. We're trying to take out the whole lobby, dude. So yeah, it's a fun time. Keeps your mind off all the bullshit. Clears your head, and then you're fucking vibing out with the boys.
Oh no, I can agree. I've had some games. I kind of stepped away from the Call of Duty games for a little while because I don't know what it was, but I've had too many times in a row, especially with some of the re-releases of the zombie modes, where like you would just be going around playing, and then all of a sudden
You get bit up.
somebody you wouldn't know would be trying to like get some sort of an achievement or level up something or whatever, and you
Somebody play the fucking game that make the game bad. So I fucking 100% get that.
yeah. It made me step away from it for a while because I'm like, dude, you're sucking all the fun out of this.
100%. There's so many trolls that just fucking go around doing that shit. And that's the shit that makes the game fucking bad, you know? But like, yeah, other than that, you know, and there's trolls everywhere. But like
Oh
in the
yeah.
game, I 100% get that shit, dude.
But yeah, no, I do agree with the whole video game thing in general, using it to kind of getting your mind off of shit for a while, because you might have some crazy shit on your mind, but you know, you go sit down with the controller, you're playing for a while, you're getting lost in whatever story you're in.
The fuck out for a little bit, you know?
Oh yeah, totally agree. Now, wrestlers known traveling up and down the roads, and you know, everybody has their kind of pet peeves when it comes to, you know, some of the longer car rides. What would you say is like a pet peeve of yours on a road trip?
Pet peeve on a road trip. That's a tough one. I'm not too sure about really pet peeve. Really, it's just like traffic more than anything. Really, the only pet peeve, like the holdups, the traffic, like
Yeah.
shit that I'm like, fuck, man, why is this? You know, we're in another delay. We're in another delay, and like, and it's always like when you're coming home from a show, you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even running late for a show. It's never like the shows you're like completely on time for.
Oh no.
So like, it's mainly the fucking traffic, you know. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, I can totally agree. Hell, I had one yesterday where the person in front of me was getting in the right turn lane. So I'm waiting behind them, but all of a sudden they turned back left into going straight, and I'm like, I kind of honked at him, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. This shit, that traffic shit gets fucking annoying, dude.
Oh hell, I remember being stationed in Southern California with the Navy, and in the barracks room, the elevator had a window that overlooked the interstate that was just off of base, and I would judge whether or not I was going to go off base for like dinner or going to a movie or something.
Yeah.
Based off of how the traffic was on the interstate at the time. Like I'd see bumper to bumper sometimes, and I'm like,
I fucking can't.
No.
I can't fucking stand traffic, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I am with you on that one. This next question it's interesting because you know everybody has their own little take on it. What would you say is your spirit animal?
As far as spirit animal, how do you define it?
Oh, just an animal that you think goes along with your personality.
I would say probably like a tiger. You know,
Okay.
they pace around. They're quiet, but you know that motherfucker's up to something. You know, not to get too close to them, but they're fucking cool to look at. You know,
Oh
like,
yeah.
There's something about him. Like, I don't think we can have him as a pet, but like, it's a fucking cool animal. He's fucking tough. You know, they got a good look to him. Off the top of my head, I would say tiger.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. I know I always tend to flip flop between like either a wolf or a lion, because it's like them, it's like when you want to mess with me, that's one thing, but you try to mess with my family, oh, you're in for
Great
some
one.
fucking shit.
Great. That's a really good one. I agree with that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, because I've always told people, it's like, yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want about me, but the two things you don't do with me is poke at my military service or bring my family into it.
Fuck yeah.
You do either one of those, you're fucked.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Luckily, I've only really ever had one person that has ever actually tested that, and yeah, let's just say they tend to try to avoid me.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Now, this is also this next question's one that I like to ask a lot because it really makes people think. Who would you have play you in a movie?
Oh, that's a good one. It's a really good one. Let me think of that one. That's really good. Oh, I got this guy's not even a movie star, but I think he could play me.
Okay.
Strahan.
Or you kind of cut out there a little bit.
I'm going to say Michael Strahan.
You know what? I can see it.
I'm going to say Strahan. I'm going to say Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan, he does a little bit of TV. He can play part for the movie. I'm gonna go with Michael Strahan on that one.
Okay. You know what? That was one a lot of people might not think of going the former athlete route, but yeah. I can see it.
I'm gonna go Michael Strahan. I think he would be able to. He's been in front of the camera a lot. I feel like he would know how to play the role good. I feel like we kind of got similar builds. I feel like he could do it. I feel like he could do it. I would trust him.
You know what? I can get you there. For me, I wouldn't even know where to fucking begin. I really wouldn't. I'd like to. Oh god dang! Now I'm thinking myself. I'm like, who the hell would I even have do it? But
all we gotta do is make Leonardo grow the beard out for a year, and Leonardo plays every part perfect, right?
I know. Oh god, trying to think of a movie.
That's great.
Yeah, oh man, I'm trying to even think of one. But one of my personal favorite movies I've ever seen, and people kind of give me shit but growing up, it was Pro Wrestling and Ninja Turtles for me.
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze. Favorite fucking movie.
Which movie?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Oh shit, there you go, buddy.
And speaking of that movie, the guy that was behind the puppet work and the voice behind Splinter from those first two is actually going to be at a comic convention here in the Omaha area at the end of July.
That'd be fucking dope, dude.
So I'm so going.
100%, bro. Well, yeah, don't miss that shit, dude. Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, I already went and bought a Splinter Funko Pop just to have him sign it.
That's fucking awesome, man. That's fucking dope, dude. Yeah, man. Good shit, man.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. Now, I would feel weird if I didn't have this question on here with the name of a show like Drinkin' at Moe's. Favorite and least favorite drink, whether alcoholic, non, or you can name one of each if you want.
All right. Well, I have a lot of favorite drinks. a lot of them. I love my cranberry, my goose and vodka. I love my Fireball shots. I love my Jack Daniel's shots. They're my go-tos. Yeah. Least favorite is Bloody Mary. I was at WrestleMania in Miami, the Rock Cena one, and first match is on. We heard the music, Daniel Bryan's music, and there's a fucking alcohol stand. I'm like, we gotta get alcohol before we fucking get our seats. And they only serve Bloody Marys. Never had it. Got it. Real fucking excited. I'm at WrestleMania. got my drink. I take a sip. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It tastes like tomato, like sauce or something. I didn't know. I couldn't. And me as a drinker, like I usually like it, even when I like it, I'll try to take it down to get the buzz on. Fuck no. Like just keep and whatever they charge me at a stadium for a Bloody Mary too. Fuck no. So I wound up missing the first match because Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan in like 14 seconds because I had to go get a fucking drink, man. So like that's my story. Yeah, fuck hate Bloody Marys.
You know, I don't hate them, but I can definitely see you get them done some places, and it's just like no.
No, it won't be a second time for me.
Like I know me, I'm more of a beer guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with beer. I'm fine with beer. I'm cool with beer. Whatever you put in front of me, I can throw it in. Yeah,
I'm a bit of an equal opportunity beer drinker. I know. I got my favorites. Like I'm a big Kona Big Wave guy. I love that shit.
Oh, nice.
That or their longboard, probably my two favorites.
Okay.
Least favorite when it comes to alcohol, and I've told this story before, but one of my wife's cousins is a bartender here in town, and we were at her spot, and they got to talking about this one drink, and I said I hadn't had it, so he's like, "Well, you're having it now," and it was called Malort, and I swear, it tasted like I had just swallowed rubbing alcohol.
Oh shit, dude, that's fucking terrible.
It took me damn near half an hour to wash the taste out of my mouth.
Oh, that's fucking terrible, dude. I feel bad for you, man.
Although when I was washing the taste out of my mouth, I did have my favorite non-alcoholic drink, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, nice. I'm not much of a soda guy anymore. Like I kind of stayed away from soda for a while. I drink a lot of juice, Gatorades, and shit like that.
Okay.
Powerades. I'm all in tune.
Yeah.
The soda, like it's hard to go down. My stomach feels bloated with them, so I don't fuck with the sodas really.
No, I can understand. I know
people love it. Everybody loves it. So like, whatever.
No.
For me, it just don't work.
For me, yeah, Dr. Pepper is big and my wife always.
So like, I can understand that.
Yeah, my wife always tells me I have a problem. I tell her, and I always laugh when I tell people this, that I tell her I don't have a problem. I have it figured out. The only time I have a problem is if I don't have any.
Yeah. It's not a bad problem to have.
that or lemonade. Lemonade's another non-alcoholic one that I love.
Yeah, lemonade I can go for every day. You know.
Yeah. Although I will admit I do have a couple bottles of the Rocks tequila that I do enjoy mixing that with some lemonade.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Delicious. Although you got to be careful because that tequila goes down so dang smooth. You start mixing that with stuff.
It sneaks up on you, brother. I know.
Oh, it sneaks up on you quick.
I know.
Now, last but not least, best advice for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
I would say this. I would say make sure you want to do it and be committed.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be some things you don't like. It's going to be some things you don't understand. But at the end, it's only benefiting yourself. Always learn. Never stop learning. And just be yourself as a person too, you know? And then get at it when you're at it, you know? Like hit the road, jump in cars with people, get cool with people, show up to shows, help out at shows, show your face around, get cool with people. The more people you know, the more people will start seeing your face here and there. You know, like just be committed about it though. If you're gonna get in this business, it's tough. It's not easy. You know? But in the end, it's fucking awesome though. Like, you know, fucking because you're gonna have a lot more good times than bad times. And it just comes with the territory and it fucking comes with but at the end of the day, like you want to make a name for yourself in the business, just be fucking committed, be yourself, man. Get after it, dude.
Oh yeah. Kind of similar to what you started off with, how I tell people when they've asked me about enlisting. I'm like, one, make sure you want to do it, because when you get to boot camp, well, you're kind of fucked if you find out that, oh, I don't want to do it then.
Right.
And you're going to have times that you're going to wonder, what the fuck am I doing? But if you're committed to it and you know it's 100% what you want to do, and you get past those times, you're good.
As long as you're working towards your goal. And at the end of the day, you're working towards your goal. I want to be a professional wrestler. So you start training. I hate this. That. Okay, but what's your goal? I want to be a professional wrestler. All right, you're going to go back tomorrow. You're going to go back Thursday, whenever you got to go back and training. And you're going to keep bettering yourself. Oh, I don't think I can do this. Well, you're going to keep working on it until you can get it. Maybe you can't get it perfect. Maybe get it close. Okay, there you go. Kid, go. Like, you might get it 3 months before that guy gets it. It might take that guy a year to get it. It might take that guy to get it. This guy might get it on day one. You might beat yourself up and say, why can't I get it on day one? Everybody's different, but if you're committed and stay after it, you'll better yourself.
Yep, it's not always going to be an overnight success story. You might take a while, but if it's what you want to do, hard work is worth it.
Definitely worth it, 100%. Get after it.
Oh, definitely. Now, before we go, where can people find you social media-wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on you, they can go ahead and get them there.
Yeah, tell them to follow my Twitter. It's Kristian Ross with a K, _ at the end of it on Twitter. And then my shoot name is Kristian Ross as well, but with a C on Facebook. So find me there. I got family, friends, fans, all on that bullshit on Facebook. That's all cool. Hit me up on there. I don't give a fuck. And Twitter, hit me up on there. Do whatever you got to do on there. Retweet, tweet, message me. I don't give a fuck. It's Twitter.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we will make sure.
Things in store too soon. You're gonna see a few announcements break really soon. A lot of things I can't talk about at the moment, but you'll see them break soon. I'm really excited for it, especially the deathmatch world. And just keep your eye out. I got a lot of shows coming up as well. I'm getting pretty busy coming up this next 2 months. There's gonna be a lot of breaking news and announcements coming on that. So stay tuned, stay posted.
All right. We will have all that in the description, and I'm looking forward to hearing what those announcements are going to end up being.
Yeah, one's going to be a jaw dropper for sure. It's a debut. So, I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions for that one for sure.
Oh boy, I know. Yeah. I'm gonna be hitting you up as soon as I hear that. Like, oh
yeah,
damn.
You'll see it. You'll be like, oh, this is the one, right? Oh, yep, that's the one.
Yeah. I think I won't even have to ask, like, if this is the one, because with the way you're talking about it, I'm just gonna like, oh, that's the one he's talking about. Okay.
Yep. I mean, you probably gotta. You probably haven't figured it out. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but who knows? We'll see.
I have a few ideas in my head, but anyways, my dogs are looking at
this
me.
One's gonna be a jaw dropper. This one's gonna be. Are you on the pages, the Deathmatch Elite pages and the Deathmatch Worldwide pages? Are you on them groups?
I think I don't believe so.
I'll add you. There's a lot of the deathmatch community for all the deathmatch shows and stuff. Like, they're heavy on them pages. So I'll add you to them groups. It's like thousands and thousands of people in there.
Oh, most definitely. Thank you.
Shit going on too as well.
Well, all right. Yeah, no, I look forward to that. Well, my dogs are looking at me like they need to go outside and take care of their business.
I'm about to crack open another beer, so definitely good time for that. So,
oh yeah, no, we had a good time. Like I said, I look forward to seeing that announcement. But best of luck out there. I can't. Oh my God, I'm thinking. The anticipation is killing me.
You'll see it when you see it.
Well, all right. Have a good one.
Take it easy, man.